Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering.
Yes!
And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 15, episode number 3,368. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, Ryan Castle joins us from his dungeon basement studio. Once again, we will sit and spin. Today, the 10 biggest boy band songs of all times.
Oh, no.
We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, a Men's Room shout of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Tim.
Quack, drinking a jam.
All right, here we go. Pope Francis's Instagram account appears to like a pic of a Brazilian model's bump and caboose. Meanwhile, a man on the run from the FBI dives into Lake Shasta in a submersible to shake him loose. Is that like a submarine?
Yeah.
He had a submarine.
Yeah, kinda.
A cop in England in trouble after switching price tag on a box of Krispy Kremes. Florida man arrested after proving that having a three-way was not one of his dreams. And a Florida couple has sex on the side of the road in front of many motorists on the side of the road. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, last week we told you about the terrifyingly comical series of events leading up to a heart transplant in Los Angeles. A doctor dropped the heart on the ground after firefighters used the jaws of life to extract the heart from the transport helicopter that had just crashed on the helipad. Now, amazingly, the transport was a success, and the 3 occupants on the helicopter only suffered minor injuries. In the meantime, authorities are still investigating the cause of the crash. Now, crashes happen all the time. Sometimes it's human error, like the 15-year-old kid in Florida who sunk his SUV into a pool, then tried to avoid the cops. Sometimes you blame it on an animal. There was an Alaska Airlines plane landing in, Alaska. It was damaged when it crashed into a bear that was on the runway during landing. Now, only the bear was injured, and by injured, I mean dead. None of the passengers or crew were hurt. But the plane, of course, it is damaged. And not every crash involves a vehicle. A man in Indonesia became an instant millionaire when a meteorite worth $1.6 million bounced off and damaged his roof and then crashed into his garden. Sure, he has a damaged roof, but I'm pretty sure he can afford it now. Now, other people aren't so lucky. Instead of $1 million meteorite crashing into your home, a family right here in Washington had a skydiver crash into their house. Now, the reason that people want to avoid any type of crash or collision is simple. It's because of the damage in the aftermath, whether that damage is to you, to your property, or someone else's property. And that's what today's question is all about. Who or what was responsible for the damage done?
Be part of the big show. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Top Gun Maverick is the #1 movie in the world.
Damn right.
It's an absolute blast from start to finish, and one of the greatest movies ever made.
Having any fun yet?
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the Joes, and away we go. Welcome to season 15, episode number 3,368. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. You never know. We might be on lockdown soon. Who knows?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Or maybe we have a vacation day left. Either way, this is going to be an incredible show today for you. Ryan Castle will join us once again from his dungeon basement type studio. We will sit and spin Ted Good News. Today, the 10 biggest boy band songs of all times coming.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I know you are.
Yeah.
We knew that would make you happy. We kind of thought,
Well, I got to think Jackson 5 should be in there. Like, to me, you know, they're a boy
I don't
band.
go.
Do they qualify as a boy band?
Yeah, but I go NSYNC, Backstreet Boys,
I know
New
that.
Kids on the Block. All
I
that
know.
stuff, back in the day. The boy bands that I know of is to be boy bands. Hanson was a boy band, right?
Yeah, but they played instruments.
I think it was a band of boys, but right. I feel like once you play instruments, you're not a boy band. Now I know one dude in Jackson 5.
Yeah, I was going to say
one dude. Come on.
Yeah, I think Jerome played the bass or somebody.
I really don't.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing with like the Four Tops. Like it's Motown, but Smokey wrote the songs. They just danced and sang.
They could come up with the 10 biggest boy bands songs of all time. Coming up with Ryan Castle. We will once again sit and spin. And today we're going to talk about damage done. Who's responsible for the damage, whether it was intentional or not. Most of the time, you're not trying to destroy anything. Oftentimes it happens. Alaskan Airlines Flight 66 was arriving from Cordova into Yakutat when the flight crew saw two bears crossing the runway, according to a statement by Alaska Airlines. The nose gear missed the bears, but the captain, he felt that cringeworthy impact on the left side after the bears passed under the plane.
You think it sounded like that first bite of Rice Krispies?
Pilots then spotted the bear lying several feet off the center of the runway while the taxiing Boeing 737 began to park. Left engine cowl of the plane was damaged in the collision, which is amazing because that's the thing that hangs down below the wing, right?
I have no idea.
What was that bear, like standing up, you know what I mean, on 2 feet with his hands in the air?
Whoa!
Like, hit me. Does it hang that low? Maybe I guess it does. After being removed and informed of the incident, maintenance operation crews removed the bear's carcass and brought it to a storage warehouse. Alaska Department of Fish and Game was contacted to arrange the proper disposal of the bear.
What do you mean proper? What do you do?
It's a rare occurrence for something like this to happen.
You don't say.
I've been in Alaska my whole life, and we've had aircraft strike birds, other animals. This is the first instance of a bear that we've ever heard of.
What? This is so funny, Mike. You're making me laugh.
It was an unusual occurrence. Actually, this is a first in Alaska. I've worked with bears most of my adult life up here. A guy from the Alaska Fish and Wildlife Department. In 1987, another unlikely collision occurred between Wildlife and Alaskan Airlines airplane.
Let me guess. Is it very Alaskan? Something like a moose. I'm going to guess a moose.
Yep.
Yeah?
It's very unusual. It's something very large. It was not, in fact, a moose. Yeah.
Was it a bear? Was it a moose?
What else is Alaska known for? Why is everybody in Seattle going to Alaska? What do
Fishing.
they do?
They hit a salmon.
Fish.
What?
Oh, yeah. Airline hit a salmon. Boeing 737.
Wait, hang on.
Come on,
hang
man.
on.
Yeah.
How did it hit a salmon?
I'll tell you.
When it crashed into the ocean.
Okay. An eagle crossed paths with a flight.
to be kidding.
He had been gripping the fish in his talons when he accidentally let go of the fish and the fish crashed through the window of the cockpit of the 737.
That's as Alaska as it gets.
That's a true story right there, yeah. That's
Was
gotta
the
be
fish
crazy.
still alive?
I'm thinking after that, no.
He may have been in the eagle's talons, but...
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you see him still squirming when the
You
eagle's
could have
down.
that quick decision-making process of sashimi. I think, you've only got minutes, right? Do I eat this
screw
thing?
the passengers.
Do I eat this thing now?
Carve this.
Hell yeah. Right.
We got it free.
I got a buddy who does that. He goes up, and as soon as they catch one, they fillet one up and just kind of serve it for lunch for everybody, and then they keep on fishing.
Right, but they're driving a plane in a cockpit.
Right.
I'm going to put on autopilot. You know
I
what
will
mean?
say this. I would rather land and hit the bear than still be flying and hit the fish.
They could have one of those potato product, knives they give you with your meals. You know what I mean?
Right.
You cut it up. Just get it taken care of. Yeah,
On today's flight, we'll be serving salmon.
They're not serving anything on that flight. That's nothing. I don't know how long that flight was, but you're not getting any drinks.
What, this one?
You're not getting
There's
any drinks.
only 6 people on that flight, right?
They give you like some Cheez-Its and one of those
Well, wait,
Biscoff
I don't know.
cookies.
I don't know. How long was the flight? Because you're still in Alaska. Everything's a long distance.
Well,
but there's only 6 people, but I don't think it's because it's such a short flight. I think there's 6 people because that's like 1/3 the population of Alaska.
It says it's arriving from Cordova. Now, I don't know anything about Cordova and where it is, but it sounds like it should be in Mexico. So if there's Cordova, Alaska, that's got to be a hell of a
Cordova
Googling this,
sounds like a good baseball player.
Cordova.
It sounds like a
Arriving
drink.
for
I would want.
Cordova.
Try our new house wine, Cordova.
Into Yakutat. Yakutat? Something like that. Anyway.
Yak attack.
Yeah.
Got a yak attack.
That's right. Then we have the story of the
Wait, is
skydiver.
Cordova a K or C?
Cordova is a C.
C. Cordova.
Flight arriving from Cordova.
It's on the south end of Alaska over there. It's southeast of Anchorage.
Oh, it's a bunch of dudes with beards on that plane. Mm-hmm. They probably got out and gutted the bear.
Or women with beards. It's hard to know.
A skydiver was hospitalized, expected to make a full recovery after crash landing in the roof of a home in Sandpoint. The man was one of 4 experienced skydivers who jumped from a plane. This is back in July above the Sandpoint airport. All of the jumpers successfully opened and maintained their parachutes, but none could navigate back toward the airport. Instead, they landed south of the property. The EMS arrived on the scene, along with paramedics. The first responders found the skydiver with traumatic injuries, got him off of the roof of a car. An ambulance took the man to a Sandpoint airport, and Life Flight helicopter took him to a hospital in Coeur d'Alene. After debriefing the incident with the injured jumper, we learned that the jumper decided to land on the roof rather than risk injury to others by landing on a busy road or going near power lines. He saw the roof of the house. He said, you know what? I'm going for it.
I agree.
The owners of the house the jumper landed on were extremely helpful during the incident. Rattlesnake Mountain Skydiving, by the way, is relieved that events such as this are rare and that the injuries the jumper sustained were not more serious.
Well, yeah, if it wasn't rare, you'd probably stop doing it. By the way, Miles, we have a quick update. Apparently, Alaska Air has, in fact, hit a caribou in Prudhoe a couple of years ago.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So, caribou. Caribou. Yeah, it's very Alaskan. Mm-hmm. And they say Cordova is next to Valdez. I only know Valdez from the oil spill back in, 87 or whatever.
Yeah, who discovered this area? Spain?
Let's name it Cordova.
Yes, exactly. I mean, come on, Cabo de Cold.
Right.
What the hell? Sounds like I'm in a tropical, zone.
It does.
Who or what was responsible for the damage done? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Trevor. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
All right, so I still have the same car 17 years today. 17 years ago when I was 16 years old, my little Honda CRX, I just got it. I thought it would be a good idea to go take it out for a spin, even though I didn't have a license. The car was insured somehow. So I brought her up to 100 miles an hour, and then I seen a rich community hydraulic gate in front of me, and I said, uh-oh. Well, no experience. I slammed those brakes as hard as I could. The roads were wet, and my car skids for 100 feet, smashes through the gate. I was at, uh-oh, so I drive home. Next thing I know, cops are coming at my door, knocking, and said that they got the video camera of the whole incident, and they want questions answered.
How bad is the punishment for that?
Well, it was an $8,000 gate. The only thing that happened to me is the insurance company dropped me, and I
He doesn't have a license anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I was weird. I don't know how they were able to cover it without me having a license. I don't know.
Was this like a multi-million-dollar gated community, or was it one guy's house?
Oh, no, it was a multi-million-dollar gated community.
Yeah, they always have cameras. That's the problem.
Yep.
And you say you still have this car?
Yep, I still got it.
Does it still run?
Oh, yeah, I got it turbocharged and motor swapped and everything. 300 horsepower.
If you ever want to commit insurance fraud, just park it in front of your house for 3 days, put a camera on it. It'll be gone. Somebody will steal that thing. You know that, right?
Yeah, but the problem with that is that Kelly Blue Book's for about $2,000.
But I thought, isn't that interchangeable though with the Civic as far as the motor and stuff?
They don't care. Yeah, I put about $10,000 into it.
Okay.
Still,
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
How often do you drive that thing, or is this your everyday car?
I drive it maybe once a summer.
That's it?
Yeah.
Why do you still
now
have
it's a track car, 10-second quarter mile.
What do you run? Is a Hornet worthy? Is that the size of it?
It's a tiny little 1,700-pound CRX, 1988.
Have you ever thought about doing the rollover contest?
No, it does have a roll cage.
Yeah, but he put too much money in that to just be rolling it around.
I mean, yeah, like when you know you're done with it. You know what I mean? Instead of parking it in your front yard like everybody else.
You put $10,000 into a $2,000 car. I like your math.
Well, it's garage kept, and it's my baby, and I would like to have it buried with me. No one's getting it when I die.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm sure they're chopping
his car.
Is it in cherry condition, or does it look like it's kind of beat up?
Oh, this thing's mint. It's brand new in the inside, and the outside is just immaculate. It's one of a kind.
Were you ever successful, because you said you had 17 years, to have any kind of sexual relations in that car? That is an unusually small car.
Oh, yes. With every girl I've had. I've had about 5 or 6 different women in there. I've done some business down the passenger seat with the roll cage in and everything.
Let me ask you this then: if I snuck up to your car and turned on a black light, how disturbed would I be by what I see?
You probably wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Okay,
all right.
I like the honest answer.
Okay,
all right. Good check.
That's an 88. Should have some stains in it.
It doesn't matter how small the car is. If you can have sex and the car is the only place to do it, suddenly it's like yoga.
You're the 5th woman I've had back here.
Right there with Betty. That was Margaret.
I told her when we get to 10, we're going to retire this kind of stuff. But for right now, man, we're only halfway there. So, who or what was responsible for the damage done? 206-421-ROD.
Hello, Travis. Welcome to the men's room.
5 or 6 different.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Hola.
Uh-oh.
Hola!
Hola!
Hey, guys. So I was driving a dump truck for a restoration company doing insurance repair, fire damage, water damage. And these people's house had burnt down, so they put an RV in the yard so they could watch us rebuild their house. And a couple guys I was working with said, pull the dump truck forward about 20 feet so we can swing this thing around and load it into it. And I jumped in the dump truck, and the back doors were wide open. And it had like these bars on the back of the dump truck that were like, I guess it kind of resembles like bull horns. It would actually lock the 2 doors in place. And I jumped in the dump truck, and I went forward about 20 feet, and a bullhorn went right into the RV that this family was staying in, and it shredded down the side of it and just opened it up like a pop can.
Oh, no.
It was the only place they had to live.
We get it, man.
I know, but did the horn go in the living room? I mean, did it cut all the way through? So you basically...
all the way through, shredded right down the side of that thing. And
you opened this thing like a can of beans.
So, like, what do you say to someone like, hey, I know this is your temporary home, but now it's not even that?
What do they do, duct tape it?
Well, no, I told her that's exactly what they did, but we'll get to that. Okay, so I told him I got to call my boss, and we're going to report this. We'll get it taken care of. And she said, if you call him, you're probably going to lose your job. And I said, I know. And she said, well, don't call him. Don't worry about it. We're going to get it fixed. And she ended up not reporting it to my boss. She let it go. And I literally sliced the top of that camper just all the way down 20 feet from one end. Tore through the glass, tore all the way through the wall, knocked everything down. Like looking inside of it, it was peeled open, man.
And so they duct taped it?
They just kept living in it?
Yeah, we put plastic up, and they duct taped the plastic up on the exterior, and on the interior they pulled some stuff apart so it didn't look as shabby, and put tape over that, and we just continued working on their house.
Well, I can't believe people didn't pull over and like leave boxes of food and clothes and stuff. You know what I mean? After you pull that off, now you got to live in an RV covered in a plastic tarp with duct tape holding it together.
It was terrible. That was that was a pretty bad mistake. I mean, that was worse than the time I think.
Was it
the time that I painted the wrong house?
Was it a newer RV or an older one?
It was, yeah. Oh, it was a newer one with the little top house and everything.
No way.
It had slides?
Oh, it had to be $200,000.
You are kidding me.
I am not joking. Not one bit.
Oh, man. God. Okay, that's going to be hard to top. Who or what was responsible for the damage done? 206-421-ROCK.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering. Yes! And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
The men's room is in progress. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
We're at Fernandina Beach, Florida. 50-year-old taken into custody Sunday after crashing an SUV into a swimming pool on a home on East Wind Drive. Sheriff's office said the crash happened shortly after 1 a.m. The 15-year-old driver, who does not have a license, tried to get away on foot, but a deputy and K-9 caught up with him and arrested him. Deputies said the SUV had 2 teenage passengers inside. They tried to take the car for a joyride, accidentally put it in reverse, went through the fence of one home, through the fence of the backyard of another, crashed through that alligator-type mesh netting that's around the pool, went straight into the pool and submerged the SUV.
Okay, 2 things. One, the K-9 unit and the deputy did not catch up to them. The K-9 caught up to them. The deputy eventually got there, right?
Yeah.
That's one. 2, Miles, you go to Florida more than most of us for relatives and all that. Do those alligator nets work, right? Because I'm picturing it's an alligator, right?
I think there's a reason
it is a dinosaur.
Yeah, I've never heard of anybody with a personal account, but I know there's a reason for them to be there.
And they all have them.
I know they have. I just feel like that's all you need to.
Every one of those housing developments down there has a like a pond or a lake. You know, like 4 or 5 of them. All the homes are built around that. So when you look outside your back door, you're looking at a little pool, little pond, little lake thing, which is just like, come on in, alligators. I mean, you can't swim in it. You can't boat in it.
And it's not like super netting. Like the couple houses I've been to in Orlando, I mean, that's kind of like a.
That's what I mean. Like, do they give up that easily? Right. Again, this is a dinosaur, right? And it walks up to this soft ass netting, and it's just like, I can't be troubled with this. Because if that's the case, if I go to Florida, I'm just going to wear a net.
All they want to do is get in that pool. You're looking from the outside in, going, man, that looks nice.
How do I get through this netting?
Right. And I'm not even sweating the gators. Just keep the damn snakes out of it.
Maybe I can go there and make love to that floating, unicorn in there with looks like a swan or whatever. Who or what was responsible for the damage done? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Dave. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, Pacholas.
Hola.
How you guys doing today?
Doing good, Dave. Thanks, man.
Oh, great. Listen, my wife and I moved up here 20 years ago, and we've got a fairly large house. It's a cedar A-frame, and there's a finished basement downstairs and everything else, but this is the first time either of us, having moved from the Bay Area, have had to deal with a septic tank.
Ah, okay.
So, she was my favorite niece, but she came up here on a visit several years ago with 3 of her friends, and it's usually only my wife and I, so it's not that big a deal, but I guess with 4 of them all showering together, not together, but back.
We got you.
It's together for us, Dave. That's our vision.
It's a weird family, but we like it. Yeah.
We don't need to know the truth.
Crazy.
But at any rate, after them, all 4 of them showering back to back, after a couple days and everything else, we went downstairs into the basement, and let's just say the septic backed up, and you can imagine what everything looked like.
Was it before you moved in? I mean, was it part of the old owners? You know what I mean? Leftovers?
Not really. It was mostly just us not ever having to deal with it, not knowing how to deal with it.
Right, that's what we're saying. So by the time it backed up, it wasn't just the family that showers together, but also probably some of the previous owners.
Did it come back up through the toilet? How does that manifest itself?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, does it come up like a slow boiling gurgle? Does it shoot straight up? What does it do?
Well, I couldn't see the process of it backing up. We went downstairs and went, literally, holy crap.
Did you smell it before you saw it or what?
No, we went downstairs. We were getting ready to show the girls our finished basement. We did after we moved in. We finished it. We got a pool table. We got an air hockey table. We built a bar.
Mm-hmm. And you got a room of poop.
Yeah, we got a room of poop. Okay. So all of a sudden, Serve Pro's out at the house doing their thing. And at the time, because, right after we moved up here, 4 weeks after we moved up here, 9/11 happened.
Also, you couldn't get any pictures or what?
Well, no. This was like 4 or 5 years later, but we were doing what we could do to get jobs and survive up here after we moved up here. And so, we got the insurance money. Serve Pro came out and cleaned up the process. But, all the carpeting that was destroyed and everything else, we used the insurance money to survive on.
So you didn't do anything down there, is what you're saying? Okay.
No. So we're getting it done now. I know I called you guys a few weeks ago and let you know that...
Dave, are you trying to say you've waited 20 years to clean up this poop spill?
It was about 15 years.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
That doesn't make it any better. Right. Like, that doesn't make it any better. Like,
we'll get to it.
15 years.
We'll get to it.
Man, look, I will say this.
It's only been 15 years, bro.
Whether I was renting, technically the bank owns it, but I'm paying my way in there, right? When it comes to poop problems, I'm on that real quick, right? It's only happened twice where, I won't say who, my daughter, just bad things happen, and it's like, call the plumber now. We're not waiting. Because it's poop, man.
See, my first thought would be
never okay.
Call the doctor and then call the plumber. Like, we got to find out what's wrong with her to find out what happens here.
She poops like a trucker, Miles. That's all it is. It's just how she's built.
Yeah.
It's just how she's this.
We can all poop like truckers.
No. She poops like a trucker. We can. She
does.
This
is a 60-pound person.
Yes.
Correct.
Right. 40 pounds of it is turds.
I'm telling you. See, I'm going we got to go get this checked out, find out what's going on.
It is dense. It's just.
Do we make a dietary adjustment? What do we do here?
We have. It is her body. We have tried, because when she was much younger, when she's like
more
2,
water?
you're like, dude, she drinks tons of water. She loves blueberries, you know what I mean? And it's really not that bad of a diet as best we can tell. It's just how her body does it. And basically, once she eats something, it's like you dig into the earth, add clay, form it into a ball, then shoot it out. That is what her body does. I don't know what else to do about it, but I have since purchased the snake. You know, that root thing.
Yeah.
Because we need it, bro. I never needed it until she was born.
One of the biggest poops I've ever seen was from a small child.
No kidding.
Yeah. Same thing.
I'm
a
right
10-year-old girl. And I was just like, Jesus, man.
Well, you know what, man? There's a
and I hate that I'm used to it. I hate that I am used to it. That is not. I don't feel like that's the reward for having this beautiful child to bring into life so that I can identify her turd. Thank you, life.
Well, one of the things about growing up and being a kid is the fact that you from a bowel movement standpoint, you just kind of let it happen when it happens, right? It's not like you're regular or you're drinking coffee.
Oh, right.
Or you have a cigarette every once in a while.
You don't monitor it.
There's a reason that kids have belly aches, and you go, oh, God. You know what that is. They got to crap. They got to poop.
Right.
It's never that they're going to throw up. It's like, oh, my belly hurts. That means, like, dude, you're going to lay one down.
But no.
And the dog goes, I don't have a belly ache. Dog says, I better stay close to the head, man.
No, we still lie. Oh, I'm having stomach issues. Bro, you're having butt issues.
Yeah.
Ain't a goddamn thing wrong with your stomach. The reason you think there's something wrong with your stomach is because there's something wrong with your ass.
Nobody calls into the boss
when people say that.
I can't come in, I got a belly ache.
You still say, I'm having stomach issues.
But you can say you're having diarrhea.
Right.
Just say it.
Well, that's not a belly ache.
But people, adults, we don't say belly ache. We say stomach. All we do is change the wording, but we're still lying.
See, I never say I have a stomach ache. I'm like, man, I got to unload.
We're different together. But most people, I'm having stomach issues. Why do you keep going to the bathroom?
Oh, what about cramps?
Yeah, if it's a dude, yeah, like bro,
you gotta use the bathroom.
You have a butt problem. It doesn't have to do with your tummy or your belly or your stomach. It has to do with your ass, and the fact that either you're doing it uncontrollably or you have not done it recently enough to be comfortable. That's all it is.
I know people who don't poop for like 3 days.
I don't. You mean like normal?
Yes. Like, that's just the cycle they're on.
That can't be healthy.
I swear to you, it's true.
I think it's okay, but it's weird to me, too. I mean, I got to...
Once every 3 days.
I've had that conversation before with people, and I was like, oh, well, that's different.
Are they otherwise normal, healthy people?
I mean, I wouldn't say any of that. They're all my friends.
Okay.
Who or what was responsible for the damage done? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Bruce. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you doing?
Hola.
Hola. Yeah, a few years back, like about 30, driving a boom truck through downtown Seattle with a bunch of stuff on the back and didn't realize it was as tall as it was and turned one of them big old street lights into a piñata.
Into a piñata?
Yeah, one of the ones that, red, green, yellow, hangs out in the middle of the intersection.
Oh, yeah, you mean like a street light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Did any candy bust out?
Pardon me?
Did any candy break out of it?
Oh, it just, there was showering red and green and yellow glass everywhere. I just kept going.
Oh, you did?
Oh, all right.
Did you go back to check the scene of the crime?
No, it's gone. It was destroyed. So I just kept going.
I would guess that is not a cheap piece of equipment.
How much do you think a single street light?
I don't know. I've never priced them out, but I can't imagine. I mean, they're bigger, first of all, than you think they are.
They're massive.
They're huge. They weigh a lot. I would guess
they're purchased by.
It was one of the four-sided ones too. It wasn't one of the one-sided guys.
Oh, damn, man!
Like if you get a hose for your garden or whatever, it's I don't know, $25. But if the fire department buys a hose, it's like $25,000.
Exactly.
I think it's kind of like that.
If you're selling to a municipality, they're getting overcharged, right? So whatever it's worth is one thing, but I bet you to buy one, I'm going to say $7,500.
A lot.
$7,500. That's my guess. You want higher or lower?
There are places that do put those things sideways for a reason.
Sure.
So instead of hanging down, they're like on a bar across the top so that nothing does hang down to decrease the, possibility of that happening.
That would be the thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Now I need a commercial grade.
You need commercial grade? Which one?
Yeah. Okay, so right now, an LED traffic controller, that's $4 to $25. There's no way. But these look like garbage.
I wonder if I could set one of those up in my street. You know what I mean? And just remote control and make people stop out front. That'd be fun.
Well, the real ones don't always help. I don't know what you think yours would. Mm-hmm. Commercial grade. You know what? I'm saying maybe 2,000 tops. Not 2,000? So bad.
Right. I can't believe you can buy one.
As low as $150.
All right.
And the highest one I've seen is
even if you just want
$976.
Even if you just want to put one up in your man cave.
Oh, no, wait.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at one that says it seems like it's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Now we're up to $5,500. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, keep driving, bro. Yeah. Keep driving.
Who or what was responsible for the damage done? 206-421-ROCK.
I can't believe he got away with that.
Oh, I know.
You'd think there'd be a camera somewhere.
He probably knocked that down, too.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jaden. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hola!
So, I work construction, and I was the lead material handler in the shop for a while there. And I don't know if you guys know what MC is, metal clad. Cabling, they run through houses, commercial buildings, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
We got a machine, $25,000 machine that pulls, cuts, right, sets in a cube for us, so it's already ready to get hooked up to fixtures, all that fun stuff. Well, This machine was on the table, wasn't secured to the table. I was the dumbass that picked up the table with a forklift and sent this thing on a little teeter-totter. I destroyed this machine. They sent it to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer, they were like, dude, nobody's ever done this. You're the first person in history to drop one of these.
By the way, does that make you feel better or worse when you hear that?
To be honest, a little bit better.
Okay.
At least I'm the first at something.
Right? Okay.
Well,
so,
there you go.
Okay, what does your employer do with $25,000? Are you doc pay or are you...
Insurance.
Oh, insurance company.
Oh, insurance.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we had insurance. It was insured. I didn't lose my job. I still work for the same company. But man, oh man, every chance somebody gets to bring that up, I'll still hear about that one.
Do you have a brand new unit there?
It was a brand new unit at the time. They sent it back, got it fixed. So it's the same unit, fixed, but thing was demolished.
Okay.
Wow. Hey, and congratulations on being first. I mean, there's something.
I ain't keeping your job.
By the way, Miles, people are checking in with the poop. First, someone says, look, man, stop talking about pooping. I'm in traffic and I need to take a poop. Well, Rick, turn off your radio. Someone says, I'm an adult female, healthy, and I only poop 1 to 2 times a week. It's been like that my whole life. I can go a week sometimes before I poop. And they're not giant poops either, she says. Someone else says, I poop 3 times a day. If I only did it once every 3 days, I would go to the doctor. So there you go, people. And someone else says it's normal for humans to poop between once every 3 days up to 3 times in 1 day. So the basic breakdown is this. If you're pooping 3 times a day or less, normal. Once every 3 days, still normal.
They should cater to that in the toilet paper world.
Or like, how often do you go?
Are you a 3-time-a-day pooper? We recommend the supersized Cottonelle. You know what I mean?
You know what? You're right. Like if you had almost like a donor card on your license, right? Because here's the thing, Ted. When people start hoarding toilet paper, right? Everyone's under freak out phase again. They're raiding the grocery stores to buy toilet paper. Well, now you say, whoa. You only poop once every 3 days. Bro, just get the 6-pack. Now, this guy over here with the loose body, as they say in England, he's 3 or 4 times a day. He gets the 24-pack.
But it depends on the day, too.
Is this a decision perhaps you made the night before? Like, I don't know, eating chicken and biscuits and washing it down with beer?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't do that, but if I did, that's going to be what we call a heavy flow day. But that said, I understood what I was consuming, so I knew the price.
Families with 4 daughters, they know the expense of toilet paper.
Right, that's different because they wipe every time.
It is right.
It's just, you can't believe it.
It just goes to the house.
It's gone.
I'm always amazed when I have people over.
What do you mean?
Just because you have to throw a couple women in the mix, like you run through toilet paper.
You do.
You are amazed how much smaller your roll is at the end of any given time.
Yeah.
Right?
Have you ever seen that person who takes a toilet paper and then they cover your toilet seat even at home? I saw the remnants of that.
I recommend it.
At your own home?
Yes. Wow. Like
no, not your. But I visit Miles's home.
I moved over your home.
Right,
like,
and somebody did that to your house?
I'm not sitting down on that.
You've seen Miles.
That's, man, I don't know. That ain't right.
But wait,
Like,
but you only know because he left the remnant. They don't go in and say, I covered your toilet because I don't trust your dirty ass. It's like don't ask, don't tell.
What if I had a gasket dispenser?
You know what? I don't think those things work.
I think I would need a plumber.
I would take that as a warning. I feel like if you installed a gasket dispenser in your own home, you're telling me, hey man, you really want to separate.
Man, I feel like I'd really be offended if somebody was putting down toilet paper on top of my seat.
Would you be offended if before you went to use someone's bathroom, they handed you a gasket?
What if I put on those
Okay,
little footy socks that they use like in real estate and stuff like that, so you don't track stuff to the house? Like I put on gloves when I walk in your house, and then I put on the little footy slippers, and then I bring my own gaskets in case I have to poop.
Jesus.
Are you insulted?
Exactly. Don't come over.
Right.
Don't bother.
Exactly.
Obviously, it's a health hazard for you to be here.
All right, well, wait. Now, you're at my place. You say, man, can I use your bathroom? I say, yeah, hang on. I hand you a gasket. Now, are you equally offended, more offended, or less? Because now...
Less offended.
What? Because I'm making the assumption you have a dirty ass.
Right.
You don't even live here. I think just one pop on my toilet, I'm thoroughly disgusted.
But that's how you run your household. There's nothing I can do.
No, but, okay, what about...
Miles is coming over looking like...
All right, no, wait. You, Miles,
like
and Mike are at my house.
ET.
Mike has to go to the bathroom. Mike goes to the bathroom. Miles has to go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom. You have to go to the bathroom. I hand you a gasket. Are you
get one rubber glove and 3 squares of paper, and you got to make it work.
Now I'm really pissed. Now I'm offended.
Right. Okay.
Who or what was responsible for the damage done? 206-421-ROCK.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.